So I had an intro prepared for this video, and then I realized that it was just me telling you guys how much of a beast Broly is. And I don't think you guys needed me to tell you that outside of his trashy pops, Broly has received no formal training, but yet he's much stronger than both Vegeta and Goku. Maybe not Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, but that's a different video. Either way, he's much stronger than Vegeta and Goku, who both received training from Monaka. Yes, I know you can argue that Monaka didn't directly train Goku and Vegeta, but them getting to see him fight in the tournament between Universe 6 and 7 was enough to open their minds to the true potential of the martial arts. And yet, they can't hold a candle to Broly. You guys don't need to hear me say any of that, so we're gonna skip the intro and hop right into the good stuff. But no, seriously, you guys have already seen the thumbnail and the title, so let's hop into this video talking about Broly's forms, because I think there's some very interesting stuff here. Let's go. So Broly's first form is the form we all meet him in, his base form, and outside of the hype that this is the first time we're getting to see Broly in the anime, there's nothing really interesting going on with this form, right? That's what your mind is telling you, right? So let's keep going. No, your mind is lying to you again. You should probably get that checked out. This form is hella interesting, and here's why. You see that thing around Broly's neck? That thing isn't bling. It's a device created by Paragus, Broly's trashy pops, to mentally control Broly. That thing generates a high voltage shock to keep Broly under control if he ever starts to lose it or does anything that Paragus, his trashy pops, doesn't like. I'm gonna keep saying trashy pops until it sticks. Hashtag trashy pops in the comments below. Anyway, you can think of this first form of Broly as him being in a constant suppressed state, almost sedated. He can't get too excited or boom, trashy pops is going to strike. I wonder if and when Broly learns to control his Berserk form naturally, which based off of what the series did with Kale is very likely going to happen. So I wonder if being able to naturally control his powers without this shock collar will change Broly's base form in any way. It'll obviously be a huge personality change, so who knows, maybe he'll grow his hair out or something. Anyway, let's move on to Broly's second form, the one that is most interesting to me. This form is called Akeri. Some people also call this his wrathful form, but Akeri is its true name and it sounds a lot cooler. Now your brain might be telling you, hey, that's not a new form. His hair is still black. When Saiyans get a new form, their hair is supposed to change color. And again, tell your brain to chill out because it's wrong. No one likes to be told that they're wrong, so please note that I'm not telling you you're wrong. We're talking to your brain here, right? You personally are still always right. Anyway, this is a new form for Broly for a lot of reasons, most noticeably because of the difference in his hair. You can see his hair is a lot more spiky, sort of like the difference between Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2, but also because of the difference in his eye color. His eyes change. And there are various clips in the movie where they want to make that evident to us. Super pan crop zooms into his eyes. This is also the form where Broly loses that shock collar. So he's starting to be able to tap into more of his true strength, that legendary Saiyan strength. This is the form where he gains the green aura for the first time. So yeah, a lot of differences between this form and his base form. Pretty much if you're ever fighting someone and you see their eyes start to turn yellow, just run as fast as you can in the opposite direction because it's Broly. Or they're tapping into the true Saiyan power, and I made another video about that. You can just search YouTube for true Saiyan power, it'll come up. Last thing I want to mention about this form is that this is the form that Broly was in when he had his little interaction with Whis. A lot of people are saying that proves Whis will stomp Broly because Whis was just jumping around and dodging him and such. I don't really think that's fair. I'm not saying I think Broly is stronger than Whis, but this form isn't even close to Broly's max power. Don't get me wrong though, this form is capable of boxing with Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. Anyway, I think this form is pretty dope. I also think it's not just limited to Broly, but I'm gonna leave that bombshell right there and move on to the third form, which is Broly Super Saiyan. Broly Super Saiyan or Berserk Super Saiyan. This is when Broly has the yellow hair, similar to Goku and Vegeta, and all the other Super Saiyans in the show for that matter, but he has no pupils. This form of Broly is a beast, able to fight both Goku and Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue at the same time. Straight monster. I also don't think this form is limited to Broly. This time I'm gonna explain a little bit more though. You remember My Bulma? Like episode 3 or 4 of Dragon Ball Super, when Beerus backhanded flames out of Bulma? Vegeta saw it, got pissed off. He lost his pupils and gained all this power. He was able to box with Beerus for a little bit. Like seriously, Vegeta did better as Super Saiyan 2 than Goku did in Super Saiyan 3, and arguably even Super Saiyan God. Where did that power come from? Is it a coincidence that it looks so similar to Broly's Berserker Super Saiyan form? Hey, I'm not a theorist, but we can fully discuss that in another 10-minute and 1-second long video. Anyway, this is Broly's third form. Let's move on to his fourth and final, and by far most recognizable, most memorable, most iconic, the thing that Broly is known for. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Berserker Broly. Let's just be honest, this is what we're all going to the theaters to see. This is Broly in full beast mode, and that's a factual statement. Broly is fully tapping into the legendary Super Saiyan power, the true Super Saiyan power, whatever you want to call it. His aura is completely green. His hair is completely green. His pupils are missing, just like his Super Saiyan form, and he is just unbelievably powerful. One of the hallmarks of this form is that Broly keeps gaining power the more he fights. That's true of Broly's character overall, but it's most evident in this form. Some call this the legendary Super Saiyan form. Some call it the true Super Saiyan form. In fact, I think Trash Pops called it the true Super Saiyan form, which actually made that name hold a little bit of weight because Trash Pops was the oldest and probably the most informed Saiyan alive. In this form, Broly is pretty much out of his mind. He loves destruction, and he's just the pinnacle of everything a Saiyan represents. Anyway, that is it. That is all of Broly's forms as of right now. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit it with a like and share it with your friends. Crew, I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Have a great day. I will be talking to you again real soon. Bye.